Hello and welcome to episode 78 of the Fools on a Hill podcast, where we bring you the latest news and our expert opinion on the newest releases in the world of music. I'm Cal and I'm joined by Yanni and Liam, as I always am. How are we? Yo.
Fantastic.
What
Thank
up?
you. You sped through that, mate.
What
That
up?
was lightning speed.
I wasn't even ready. I forgot what we were doing.
Wow.
Alright,
Yeah, I
Callum.
did speed through it.
Podcast.
I thought, enthusiasm, start as we mean to go on.
Yeah.
That was enthusiastic, was it?
That was enthusiastic. It's a bit of a bog standard week, I won't lie. So, selling the
Yeah.
product early on. This is my enthusiasm. What are we drinking?
Ooh. Guinness.
There it is.
We'll be seeing
There
that
it
later.
is.
I didn't even need to really ask Liam. Yanni, what are you drinking?
Nah, but-
I've got my trusty Radler
Wow,
concoction.
still going strong with that. Still a
I've
fan.
not had it for a couple of weeks. It's bloody marvellous, mate.
I need to get on that really. I am on the Thatcher's Blood Orange. Celebrating our new Prime Minister, Liz Truss. Arguably worse than Boris. So
it's not even worth arguing anymore.
yeah,
Point, they're all
just
fucking shit. All
Yeah.
shit.
she something to
my
do
time.
with what the fuck's he called? Jimmy Savile. There's a tweet about that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
from 20.
And she went and watched
Yeah.
Liverpool Football Club, so that says all you need to know about her.
Fucking
Fuck
shit.
the
Got fight.
Tories, everyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Fuck the
Yeah.
Tories is Cockney
Yeah.
rhyming slang for what's the story? Thank
Yes.
you.
Play.
Love that, Carl. Is that off the dome?
Off the dome.
That big old dome of yours. There's so much in there.
There's a reason it's this huge.
Nothing to tease
You'll
it.
see it reduce now. Now he's used some energy.
Well, get the
Starting
dregs
off-
down, you Liam. Whew.
I didn't let air out, so it overpoured. It's a mess. I'm wiping up. There was a bit left in there. Sorted now. Big head on it. Big head.
Oh. Okay, Al.
Like you can't. Let's go.
There's too many big head jokes in this episode so far. Starting off with What's the Story, the main one to begin with was the Taylor Hawkins tribute concert that was in London. Did any of you watch it or not?
I haven't seen the
any
whole
parts of
thing,
it.
but I've seen clips.
Okay.
In one clip. Yeah, one clip.
Yeah. So I watched quite a bit of it. I'd say from about 5 o'clock onwards.
How long was it on
Uh,
for?
I think it was on since like 3, maybe, unless I've got the
3
timings.
days?
3 days, yeah. No, it was on for a fucking long time.
Fair dues.
But maybe I've got the timings completely wrong there, but it felt like I was watching it for that long. So yeah, there was a lot of different people that played, obviously, as part tribute to Taylor.
Not Swift.
Some of the standouts were his son, absolutely killing it
Oh my.
on the drums.
Yeah, it's really good.
Ridiculous.
I watched that on the train going to work, and I honestly felt like I was going to cry.
Yeah. Also, Dave breaking down, watching, singing Times Like These. I shed a tear.
Yeah.
It was impossible not to.
Mm.
And then, sort of, as the second or third chorus came in for that, the immediate switch into like performance mode, and they just rocked out and played some Foo Fighters tunes. It was very good to see. They had there was a part where they had different drummers. Well, it was during that part where they played the Foo Fighters songs, but they had those different drummers come on and play like a couple of songs each. They had everyone's favorite pop punk drummer, Travis.
Fucking hell. I'm surprised he was able to claw himself away from necking Courtney.
He played Monkey Wrench and The Pretender, which I think is probably the two best songs for him to have drummed on, because they're more high energy. That is her name Nancy, or is it Nandy?
Yeah, Nancy Bushell.
Not.
Yeah. whatever her last name is. She is fucking amazing.
She
She
is.
played,
She the young girl.
Yeah.
yeah, she played Learn to Fly, I believe, and fucking killed it.
Mm.
Unbelievable.
She's probably had
Um,
lessons from Dave, to be honest, after everything, when she first appeared and had all those videos with Dave. I'm sure she spent a bit of time with him. Dave Grohl, that is. I know him as Dave.
Not just a regular Dave.
Not Dave, the TV
Um,
channel.
But yeah, they were some of the best parts. They had some of Queen, because Taylor really liked Queen. Obviously, the only members that are kind of still doing it. And Roger Taylor's son
From the
also
Darkness.
played. Is he in the Darkness?
He is in the Darkness.
Ah,
I
well,
saw that Justin Hawkins was
yeah.
there.
Absolutely
Yeah.
killed it, Justin. Fucking what a voice.
yeah,
Was he? He was
did.
brought. I read his tweet that he was brought on by AC/DC fella. What's his name?
Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. Yeah.
Pulled that man.
Out of the blue as well. Like it wasn't prepared or anything. He said he'd never really sung that song.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, Brian Johnson was struggling. Which brings me to my
Like
next
how much-
point. Paul McCartney, fucking hell. Please stop. I mentioned this when we covered his Glastonbury performance, but he picked the two arguably most difficult songs to sing that he's ever written and decided, you know what, I'll play those. So,
What songs
Oh
were
Darling,
they for the
which,
people who haven't heard?
well, if you should have, I'll
Hang
say.
on, Carl. Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell. He started with Oh Darling, which is not played for decades, from my understanding. And that was played with Chrissy Hynde of The Pretenders. Yeah, he was awful. She did all right. I mean, she's obviously hitting on as well, and she sounded fine for her age. But Paul Macher, stop, please. And then he did Helter Skelter, which went as well as you'd imagine. It was pretty much the same sort of performance as you got from the Glasgow gig. But yeah, that was.
That seems like a strange song to play. Why would you
Yeah.
pick Helter Skelter? Like, Oh Darling, I get, because it's a nice song. Helter Skelter?
I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's Foo Fighters that he's playing with, so he wants something a bit more rocky. But
Yeah.
and then, I mean, it doesn't get said enough, but Dave Grohl as a singer, fucking smashing it at his age as well. Unbelievable.
Yeah. That clip, I've only
Um,
watched the clip of when they played My Hero, and yeah, he sounded incredible.
So yeah, I think it was a very fitting tribute. And every time, what was also good, because obviously it's about Taylor, who was the drummer, every time you saw the drummers who would switch come off, you could see how physically exhausted they were just for playing like one or two songs. And you can imagine he did like a whole concert with fucking like 10-minute drum solos half the time in the concerts. And yeah, made you appreciate what Taylor had to give.
Very poignant,
yeah.
Yanni. Very well put.
Well,
Big up
you know,
Taylor.
big up Tay. Not Swift. Not Swift.
We all
She can-
thought
Let's just
die.
clarify that. Not Swift.
But yeah, if you watched the tribute, I hope you got something out of it as well. It was very good. I spent the next day listening to Foo Fighters. So
did I.
that's it for the tribute news. Moving on, we've got Gorillaz album announcement. It's Cracker Island, and that's coming out 24th of Feb, 2023. Oh, we're already talking about stuff that's coming out next year. You
Sickening,
two?
that, isn't it?
Guess how old you two will be? 25.
25.
25 you'll be.
Quarter of a century.
That is old.
Disgusting. And in
Next month for me.
yeah,
It really
Lewis
is,
Jenner already 25.
Yeah.
No, fuck.
I know. Pretty grim that. And because we like to do things chronologically at Fools HQ, Sam Fender has announced that a live album, live from Finsbury Park, is coming out on December the 9th. And along with that, he has also announced a hometown show at St. James's Park, which is happening on June the 9th. Coincidentally, the same day, Cortinas are returning to Heaton Park. So if you two had
Ooh.
a gun to your head to pick which gig to go
Well,
to,
I wouldn't
why
need a
would it
gun
be
to my head.
Cortinas?
Because I want to die. That'd be the only reason I want
Yeah.
to go to this.
Fair.
No. Well, that's just sad for so many dark fruits lovers.
Well,
on the
Heaton
planet.
Park sold out in a day, which I'm very, very surprised about.
That's crazy.
Really makes you think of the kind of people that exist in this world.
It's insane.
I didn't get a ticket. Nor did I
St.
try
James
to.
Park.
Oh.
St James Park, I assume, is in Newcastle.
It's Newcastle Football Stadium, yeah.
Why
Yeah.
I did say
that
it was a
good
hometown
assumption
game.
on my part. I knew it was Newcastle Football Club. It could have been just outside of Newcastle.
It's
maybe,
in Manchester,
you know?
mate.
Don't be facetious. So what point is that not, they're both northern gigs, which is interesting. Heaton Park's in Manchester, isn't it?
It is.
I've made that up. But they are far enough away that I don't think they're going to split the crowd. I think, like, if you're in... what point am I trying to make? I'm not making any point here.
I
stop
think
talking then?
I think Sam Fender is the new, not through fault of his own, and his music doesn't suggest this, but just from crowds I've seen at festivals, I think he's the new age of dark fruits, whereas Cortinas
he is.
are the 30-year-olds who are still trying to cling on to their youth by
But
doing
The
Eki.
Fair,
thing
yeah,
is with Sam Fender's music though is that it's better
Yeah.
and
There's
there's
no
more
argument here, mate.
nuance to it. So it's I don't feel bad that it's drawing that kind of crowd.
Yeah,
It does mean, though, if you went to that show, would you enjoy the crowd?
I think if you're there for Sam Fender, you want to get on it anyway. And if that crowd's going to be buzzing like they would be because they're having all those dark fruits, you
But
just
these are the
Echis
just
as well.
finished their
Don't forget the
A-levels,
Echis.
Just finished their A-levels, dark fruits lot that were probably turned 18 in COVID.
Your
and
favourite
never
kind of
really had the
crowd.
proper time.
do you know
Not
what's
for me. I'm
sad?
25 soon. So,
That was us
I'll be
7
sure.
years ago.
Shut your mouth.
7 years ago.
I was thinking when Leeds was happening. Did we talk about that the other week? Anyway,
No.
Don't
I
think we
went
did,
to
no.
Leeds when I was 16. No,
Fuck off. Was
not
it?
even.
No way.
You were 16.
I just got my GCSE result.
That is
So no,
disgusting.
would I have been 15?
No.
No, you would have been 16.
16, mate.
16. So I'm watching, like, when I see all these clips, I'm like, oh, they're all just kids. And I thought, I was a fucking child myself. Absolute child. I didn't know what I was doing.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
but you have
disgusting.
Well,
the disability of being tall.
Worked out in my favour.
It did.
Oh, it's fucking hot in it. That storm
Oh.
has done naff all.
Yeah.
Didn't break anything, did it? I was so
Naff all.
excited last night
Reason
at that
breaking.
lightning.
I know.
I
Oh.
drove home.
Flashing.
I went to
up straight away, I
Wales.
was looking out the window.
Has
stood
Yanni
there for
actually
about half an
frozen?
hour.
No, I'm still here.
Uh,
Hello?
I think he might have just left.
Can you hear me?
I think Yanni just loves that joke. Yanni.
The issue is, if he dies
What?
now, this call is going to end. And I'm going to have an awkward situation.
Well, I need to
Hello?
also cancel my recording because I'm running out of memory because I didn't delete things. So,
Hmm.
we'll see you all in the Heart of the Press section.
We're in Hot Off the Press. It cut me off. There was a slight technical issue. It seems to be happening far too often. I was going to tell a little story about lightning, since it was mentioned previously. I was coming
Okay.
home from Wales. Went to see exactly how. That's the right kind of attitude to have. Went to see my dad and my uncle because it was their
Nice.
birthdays.
Oh, lovely.
49
Happy birthday. All round.
all round. Happy birthday to everyone. Anyway, on the drive back, thunder and lightning, and it was fucking glorious. It was so nice to watch.
Did you have a flappy bum?
No. No, I didn't
It's
know I
always
was flappy
floppy.
bum. So, there was a point where I was literally right underneath it, and it was pitch black, and then suddenly the whole sort of area just lit up,
Wow,
and it was great.
that's lit.
There was some.
Nice.
It was pretty lit, and it was happening when I was going up. What's the fucking hill called?
Real.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yes.
And I was listening to Iron Sky by Our Boy,
Nice.
and it was
Perfect.
perfect, man, perfect. But enough of the lightning, because no one cares about that anymore. We're gonna talk about these tracks, and the first one comes from the band When Young. And the track is called A Little Piece of Heaven.
Yanni, do you remember when we saw When Young?
I do. I also remember when
I've also seen When Young.
one of the people of the band said that we should support.
That wasn't them.
Was it not?
It was the either the bassist or the synth keyboard player from the Vaccine said we should support When Young, which is just fucking very bizarre.
Yeah, you should tell Vaccines went downhill.
Can I just say, I'm pretty certain I've seen When Young as well. So, where did we see him?
Well, we didn't see them. Me and Yanni saw them supporting Blossoms at Victoria Warehouse.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you were there. You've not
Did,
seen
me,
Blossoms.
did Yanni, did you and I watch some support, like Warpaint or something? Or
I feel like it was Warpaint, but
it was something like When Young. Are they Irish?
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
we've definitely
okay.
seen them.
Yeah, 100%. And I remember thinking, why is their name one word but it's two words? And they were Irish. So it's got to be them.
Enough of that though. Enough about the past. The present.
Fuck that.
I really like her voice. Helps that they're Irish.
Does.
My favourite accent. However, the song itself, I just thought was a bit weak.
Yeah, I get that. It does sound quite different to their first record. The guitarist has left, but I believe he was still present on these recordings. Could be wrong. I don't know.
Was he just there in the room?
Yeah, just
Don't need much
just
guitar on
making tea. Yeah. I like the chorus. The spoken word verses were quite cool. I think there was some Sinead O'Brien influence because they are friends. That's not just plucked out of thin air.
Just because they're
but I
Irish.
don't
Callum.
think-
Jesus Christ.
But I don't
Everyone
think
in
it was
Ireland knows each
delivered
other.
in the best way. I think it was a bit of an underwhelming return. But I didn't mind it. Some melodic choices felt a bit forced.
Wow, you guys
Definitely
have a lot
friends
to
with
say about
Sinead
this
then.
one. Oh, yeah. I think for me in general, this was it was nice. It was fine. It just didn't. It was lacking that kind of thump that you want from life.
From life indeed. Moving on, Gorillaz, we mentioned them before. The next track they've released from an upcoming album is called New Gold. Features Tame Impala and Bootie Brown.
Did you know that Tame Impala is just one guy?
You know
What?
what? Every day you surprise me.
Fuck, I know. I couldn't believe it when I found out.
What?
It's funny because when we saw them, there was definitely more than one guy on stage.
No, they were just
There's a lot of
holograms.
them.
Is that what it was?
It was just
To
To
holograms,
be
yeah.
fair, the light show was
Right.
fucking mental.
It was.
Yeah.
Anyway, this track needed more Tame Impala and Damon Albarn and less rapping. Or just better rapping.
I liked
Hmm.
the rapping. I thought initially when it came in, when the Tame Impala part was so short and it just kind of like, for lack of a better phrase, just came out of the blocks with the rapping, I was into it. And then I do think that there was a bit too much of it. But I thought it was vibey. This and Cracker Island, the track with Thundercat, it's promising to be a vibey album.
Vibes,
Mm.
man.
Vibes everywhere. I agree with those points. Some of them. I wouldn't specify which. You can make your own mind of that. I quite like I like it when the rapping came in. It felt like a good old school Gorillaz tune. I feel like I don't feel like I got enough of that from the last album. Maybe I'm just remembering that wrong, but who cares at this point? I think I've realised that I don't need any more Kevin. His voice doesn't do it for me anymore, is my issue. And when he
Damn.
comes in sounding the same as he always sounds, it just doesn't do much.
He has done a lot recently, and I feel like we are getting an overload of him, especially because he's always like featuring or doing something for something else rather than for himself, and so it's not
Mhm.
the highest quality Kevin that you're getting,
Yeah.
and so it's watering down everything. I agree
Yeah,
that I feel
of
like I've heard him too much at the moment.
And it's the same melody and stuff as all the last 5 songs I've heard from him.
Despite the
Yeah.
fact that he's improved as a singer, I think it sounds too polished because he's still not like an amazing singer. Like the early 2 albums, they're all rough and ready. They're still obviously like well crafted, but there's grit to them. and I don't think this polished pop sound is really benefiting him. But he still creates bops. Like,
But the song is a bop for sure, and I like it when I agree. I wish there was more Damon in this. I like it when he joins in, I like his vocals. He's got such a great distinctive voice.
Yeah, very distinctive. Yeah,
that just kind of adds very well to song, which is perfect for Gorillaz. What who the funk?
the foresight he has.
Who put this together? What a guy. But yeah, I think you're right. This is a very solid first couple tracks for this album, and I'm looking forward to more Cracker Island.
Moving forward with the group Disc, the song is called "With Respect to Loyal Serfs." This wasn't really for me. Bit too rough and ready. Not in the way that I like. You know what I mean, Liam?
Oh, I know.
But yeah, just very, very underwhelmed. I know you really like the last album, so I was going in thinking I'm gonna try and get onto this with this new track, but I just couldn't gel with it.
Well, on that. Sorry, Carl. I know I'm breaking
Fucking
sequence here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Everyone, hold on tight. We'll work
I had a
together.
great point then as well.
Go on, say it.
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm just gonna ramble anyway. No, I will carry on. I did enjoy their first album very much so. And this sounds rougher than that, which that's from memory. I've not listened to that album for a few months, but which is a strange choice, I think, and it just. The song doesn't hit as well as it should. I feel like it's just kind of lacking some sort of momentum or something. It's missing. And there's been some other singles out before this one that we've just missed. But I've listened to one of them shortly after it came out, and I didn't enjoy it at all. Really, at the time, it didn't do it for me. So I don't know if it's just this new direction they're going for, but it's not doing it for me. That's it.
Scathing. Yanni, you hit the buzzword. Underwhelming. I liked the idea of the song more than the execution, and I also agree that something is missing. I agree with you there, Liam. So,
thank you.
Pretty disappointed, to be quite honest.
But respect to all the loyal serfs. Big up.
Big up. Moving swiftly on, not as fast as a full run, maybe a sprint. The next band we're covering is Sprints. That was the joke there. The name of the track is called Literary Mind. That made it sound like there was less syllables than there is in that word.
You think
Literary Mind. I'll just enunciate that better for you people at the back. I like the guitar tones in this. When Fuzz is done writing guitar, it's one of the best sounding sounds in the whole soundosphere of sounds. And I liked the female vocals, really, really strong delivery on the vocals. Some of the best singing I've heard from a woman, nevertheless, in a long time.
I scoff.
However, I just don't really care about the song. There's a couple of tracks this week, unfortunately, where the song just isn't there.
Yanni, it is like you are inside my mind. I really like the vocals. I like it where the vocals doubled up in the pre-chorus or the chorus. But yeah, the song itself just
Do you know what, guys? Let me tell you something.
Shit.
Let me tell you something right now. Right here, right now. Are you ready? Spread your cheeks. Mirrors. Mirrors.
My cheeks are spread.
And
I just spread.
So full for you.
I just agree so much. And I'm ready to shove it right between those cheeks. Yeah, I don't like the chorus. The chorus bugged me the third time or the sixth time. I don't know how long it went on for. But I don't need to tell me I can't even say it. Literary mind. Literary. I don't know. Why pick that word? Don't include that word. Pick another word. Likes to read. Mind. Good reader. What was it called when you got to like level 11 or something in your reading? It wasn't called level.
EP, exceptional performance.
What? Shut up.
No?
What about?
I'm sorry, you've really lost me here. I don't know what's going on
In
anymore.
school, you used to get to like
After level 8, it was
of...
EP, it was exceptional performance.
No, not that. Your reading levels will go up, and then you get to free reading at some point.
It's just
Was it
reading
called
age in
levels?
my school, mate, because we wouldn't.
Free
Read
reading
age.
is like parkour for books.
Moving
Yeah,
on
it
from
is.
Liam
Yeah.
trying to, converse with us.
Yeah.
We've had a plethora of underwhelming songs so
What
far.
a word.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you. So we thought we'd buck the trend. We didn't want just mid
I'll book
boring run of the mill songs. No offense to anyone who's continued to listen whose song we have covered previously.
Sorry.
Because compared to this next song, I think you guys have all written the best song ever.
you.
This next song is The Lightning Seeds with Emily Smiles. Now, I'm not sure if this was part of an EP or if they were just previous singles, but I could not bring myself to even research it because fucking hell, this was bad.
Dog shit.
The
Yeah,
lyrics and the rhyming are like year 2 level. They are like, they haven't even reached level 3 of the reading thing Liam was just trying to talk about.
Level 3, yeah.
Stop, Lightning Seeds. This is a command.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Shit, radio friendly shit.
Not even. It's not
I
even
don't even
friendly
know if
for
it's
radio.
radio friendly.
No.
I don't even think BBC Two would laugh that up
If I was a radio, I wouldn't be friends with this song.
if you were a radio.
I can tell you that much. No, it's dog shit. That's all that needs to be said. I'm not smiling. Emily certainly is not smiling. I can
So
tell you that
Emily's
much for free.
dead. Sports team with the song Dig. One word review. Different.
Different. Yeah.
But
But
that's
then-
all I'm gonna say.
But
Go on,
then
expand on that for me, boys, please.
I really liked it at the start. Can I confirm or deny if it was Rob that's singing? Because it didn't sound like Alex.
More than likely.
Yes.
I'd assume.
As much as I like Alex's voice, I was kind of disappointed that he came in at the end because I was like, oh, this is different. And then it just kind of reverted back to a sports team song. But I did like it. It was executed well. And I do think it's one of the better ones we've heard so far from Gulp.
Well, I actually flipped that round. I actually really like the way that Alex comes in later. I think that's a really
Same name.
cool artistic choice.
Same
That's
seas.
very smart. The first time I listened to it, I got like almost 2 minutes in. And I was a bit like, this is a bit kind of a bit repetitive.
Boring.
It just feels like it just feels like a interlude kind of song. And then when that happened, I was like, oh, this is a song. And on subsequent listens, I really do like this song. I really do like this song. I think it's very good, to be quite honest with you. It
Yeah.
really reminds me of another song, and I just cannot place it at all. But the whole first part sounds almost identical to something else. I can't, but when I do, I'll let you know.
Is it Year
Thank you,
3000
then.
by Busted?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
fucking
it's
hell.
Jumper by Corton.
Lol. The 1975, unfortunately, are back. The song is I'm in Love with You. I thought our hopes of something different and interesting have well and truly been squashed.
Yes. What is the point in Part of the Band? Because that is a great song. I listened to it again
Yeah.
straight after listening to this, and it is fucking great.
It's upsetting, isn't it?
It really is. I'm hoping that I can understand why these would be singles from a marketing point of view, but I'm
This
hoping.
is all you've said? You said this about the last one?
But I can understand. But I'm just still clinging on to hope that it's not going to be an album of this because, quite frankly, despite it being good, it's all right. I can't be arsed.
I say let's stop trying to understand, and
Mm.
let's take action and kill Matty Healy. This is a call to action.
Absolutely.
Call to action to unionize, and let's kill the fucker. He's rampaged on enough. His free reign is over. I'm sick of this same song again.
Yeah. Truly a
I-
shit stain on the world of indie music.
Absolutely.
Moving on
Before we go
to...
on,
go on then.
This
Sorry.
is actually very timely. I realised what song it reminds me of,
Oh.
which is Howden Aldi Deaf Queue by
Uh-huh.
Sam Fender.
Well, that is
To begin
incredibly
with.
timely. The next one we're covering
Let me know what you think at home.
is by the young boy, Sam Fender.
Young
Um,
boy.
It's a live from Finsbury Park recording of the track Getting Started.
Yeah, it
Which
is.
no one's ever pronounced it like that when they've announced the song, so I don't know why I did. What a great recording and great performance of this track.
It's good, isn't he?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but also props to whoever recorded it because it sounds fantastic.
It does.
Definitely not a Nokia job, that is it?
Are you going to pre-order it on
No.
record?
I'm strongly considering it because it's got Angel and Lovian, but I've seen a video on YouTube of the performance and it's pretty like stripped back. But also, I'd love to have that song on vinyl.
With it being a live album that doesn't suggest that it's limited, I can imagine it being in some sort of sales.
Yeah.
So
Very true. And also the Sam Fender store exclusive is on other indie stores. So it can't be
fantastic.
exclusive. But yeah, I think am I the only one seen Sam Fender live here?
nope.
Not a brag, I'm just
Nope.
asking. Nope, Carlos. You have seen him?
Yep.
Have you?
Yep.
When did you see him?
I saw him at the Guild of Students in Liverpool, so definitely a smaller gig than you've seen him at, so you can firmly climb back into your little hole.
I was only asking out of interest because I was just going to say that he is really good live.
He is very good,
Very
live.
good live.
Where did you see
Get
him?
over yourself, Callum. Shove it up your arse. I saw him in the MEN. No, I didn't. I didn't see him in the MEN. I saw him in the Echo
Where?
Arena. What's it called? M&S Bank Arena. A nice, it was classy. It was a classy event.
Yeah, mine was dirty.
Classy affair.
Dirty. It was a dirty gig. Shut up. Next song, please. Someone.
China Steps. The song is called American Life. I couldn't be asked at this point. Found this song boring.
I like the vocals. They kept me engaged, but it felt like there was a lot of tension just about to burst out that just never happened. So it just kind of like fizzled out, which I was a bit disappointed with.
I like this song. To be honest with you, it's got all the kind of same sounds and stuff as a lot of modern bands at the moment, but there's a nice bit of space in the song. It doesn't not over the top. There's not too much going on. It's very kind of spread out. Reminds me a bit of like Slint or Duster or something like that. And I quite like that for this band that I'd never heard of and just popped up, and I think it's pretty solid. I'll listen to more.
Get a room name. Final artist, true artist we're going to cover
Really
is
weird.
Björk. Now, unfortunately, whoever's put this on has not left the title of
Oh,
the track on.
Atopos.
Atopos.
Oh, a
Took the words right
Topos?
out of my mouth.
Topos.
Atopos.
Sounds a bit
Atopos.
Greek, Yanni, but you would know.
I would
Tell
know.
us,
I
Yanni,
know
what does it
all
mean?
the Greek words.
It's all Greek to you.
It means strange, but
Wow,
also
how fitting.
I kind of enjoyed this in a
Um,
weird way. I feel
Yeah.
like the weirdness purely comes from, not purely, mainly comes from the mix. Because there's a lot of the song that is very normal,
mm.
but the bits that are weird are
Mhm.
just louder. Like the horns that are
Yeah.
obviously a bit not disjointed. What's the word? I don't know.
Atonal.
Dissonant.
Dissonant, yeah.
Dissonant. Or atonal, Liam. It works as well. I'll let you have
We'll go
that.
with that. Yeah, we'll go.
But yeah, they were just louder in the mix, and so obviously the weirder bits stand out more because of that. But genuinely, I didn't think the song was actually that weird when you boil it down and make a thicker broth.
I can't escape the feeling that this is something that the Mighty Boosh would have done. I'm incredibly
Okay.
impressed by the rolling of the R's. And I did like it a bit more as it went on. But I will be very surprised if I ever sit down and thought, you know what? Atopos by Björk. Go on.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm in the same boat there, but
I hope though that I have a good feeling that the album is going to be I'm going to sit down and let my mind melt.
Well, I'm sure we'll review it.
I think it's interesting to me that you love someone like Black Midi so much. And
Yeah.
this isn't.
I'm sure there are
Incredible.
songs that I would recognise, but I honestly don't think I've ever heard a Björk song before.
you've definitely heard of.
I know I
All of
have, but
She sang that also quiet song, didn't she?
That's the one, yeah.
go on, give us a
Yeah,
rendition, Liam, please.
I don't know the words. What's the words?
So,
I was going to-
someone stand on his balls.
I can't do any of the.
Oh, of course, I know.
Oh, so quiet.
No, I knew I did know, but I can't pinpoint any. I don't know anybody.
Well, just pinpointed it for you.
You did
This song.
brilliantly.
Thank you. This song, I if I've talked about this, I'm gonna say it again anyway, if I've talked about it, but I also kind of enjoyed it, and I saw someone on Twitter say it was like one of the weirdest songs I've ever heard, and they've heard a lot of weird songs. I don't think it's that weird. It doesn't seem that
Right.
weird to me. Maybe we've just heard a lot of strange music lately, but yeah, I kind of was like, yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I saw that she tweeted that it has 6 bass clarinet or bass, if you want to say that. That play throughout the song.
So-
6 it seems like too many of the same instrument.
I thought you
But-
said Basque, like the Basque country from Spain.
They could be from. They
The
could
way,
be from
the
Basque
way you
country.
said
I
bass.
don't know.
Slap the bass.
Bass.
But yeah, good. Björk. Thanks, Björk.
Thank you, Bjork.
Thank you, Björk.
We've not got any album spotlight this week.
No albums came
There
out.
was an array. Why are you waving?
Because you're wrapping it up, aren't you?
Oh, right.
Spoiler alert.
Fucking eager there.
I'm
So,
sweating.
yeah,
I'm in a pool of my own sweat. Just thinking about the prospect of having to listen to that Youngblood record has made me sweat.
Oh yeah, there was an array of
Oh.
albums we could have picked, but we've quite
didn't.
democratically decided not to listen to any. So you're very welcome,
We're
because
tired.
this means that this is a very short recording, which means that you don't have to spend as much of your life actually listening to our voices. Oh wait, that's a trick, because there is going to be another video. Don't ask
Damn.
me when. I'm rushed off my feet. God damn it. But I'm going to try and edit it as soon as possible. That next video is going to be the Under the Needle. So make sure you go to YouTube. I know you're wondering, what could I possibly type into YouTube to find you guys? Well, it's very simple. It's Falls on the Hill podcast. I want you there. Subscribe. Ding the bell. Go to all the videos. Like them. Comment. Comment because we say that word a lot. And then go to Instagram and Twitter. Instagram, Facebook is at Falls on the Hill Podcast. Twitter is at Falls on the Hill Pod. We only tend to post when we've uploaded, so
Yeah, we'll get
Don't
out of that
expect-
habit.
other funny things.
What else are we going to post about? There's more important things
Uh,
going on the earth. All right? I'm not
Nah,
posting
don't-
memes
Oh,
in
you
the
ain't, you
current
should.
climate. No, not in on this cracker island that we live on. I'm not posting no memes. I want everyone to
No.
be miserable until we
Um,
post our videos.
But yeah, this is the end of this podcast. That's it. It's done.
Well, on that
goodbye.
note, bye.
Bye.
I love this view of you, Liam.
Prime insulin area.
Yeah.